Hi, I'm Brad Sweezy, Vice President and co-founder of PR for Lawyers, producing results for lawyers. And today I want to talk to you about 5 digital marketing tools your law firm needs. First off, what is digital marketing? Digital marketing obviously is everything that isn't in the printed realm. So it's not just, your website. It's not just, social media, which is a form of digital marketing, but it incorporates a strategy that involves computers, tablets, cell phones, etc. And you could argue even subscription-based TV services like Hulu, etc. So I want to talk a little bit about the 5 tools you really need. First thing you need is a professional website. Now, most of you are aware of that. Most of you have pretty good websites. There are a few, or attorneys, a few meaning probably hundreds, thousands, if you look at all the attorney websites out there, that don't necessarily have a professional website. So you really want to make sure your website is current and presents your firm in the right image that you want. So if you don't have a professional website, you need to get one. We obviously do that. That's one reasonably priced tool that you can do, but one reasonably priced service that we offer is that. So you definitely can do that, but you need it. And you need to make sure it looks professional on the computer, the tablet to some extent, and the smartphone, especially the smartphone. So if you've got the time, pull up your website on your smartphone and tell me, can somebody call your law firm quickly without scrolling too much, etc. So that's very important. And you'd be surprised how many law firms just don't have that. Next thing is digital advertising. Now, we'll talk later about SEO, but digital advertising are those tools that you can use to make sure you're successfully reaching people where they're looking. So if they're on their cell phones, you show up, and you show up before your competitors, or at least the same spot as your competitors. It's a dog-eat-dog world out there. There are law firms who have just exclusively referral business, but the reality is if you're a lawyer marketing to consumers, for example, you need to have some form of digital advertising. SEO, search engine optimization, and I like to talk about local search engine optimization because that's something that you can do to capture more of those people within your area where your office is located, so you can make sure that when somebody searches for something, yeah, you're going to have an ad showing probably, or your competitors are going to have an ad showing, but that you're up there in the top spots outside of the ad part. So that's where search engine optimization happens. And it's not something you set up once and just leave to do its job. You have to constantly be updating your website with fresh content and things along those lines to make sure that your SEO is working like it should. Now, as Google gets better and better at natural language processing and artificial intelligence, they can analyze more and more what people are writing and say, this is what people meant when they wrote that. So it's not so much as dumping a lot of keywords in your website like it used to be back in the good old days. It's a much more sophisticated thing. And Google basically wants people to find what they're looking for quickly. And the more your website can deliver what people are looking for, the more that helps you on the SEO front. The 4th tool is online reviews. And by that, I'm not talking about the cherry-picked reviews you put on your websites, because nobody really believes them. Why would somebody put an online review on their own website that's bad? You could argue you could try it and see, but the reality is they don't believe those cherry-picked testimonials on your website. You really have to have a tool to get more reviews, more legitimate reviews, and not these reviews that are just a bunch of stars. I mean, there appear to be law firms out there that all of a sudden get 400 reviews. And based on my review of all the attorney websites, and we look at a lot of them, those seem to be not necessarily from people. Real people tend to write a review and write something of concrete, not, I love this law firm. This law firm is great. The people are great, etc. You have to get reviews from real clients that offer, good insight in their testimonial on that review site. And then you can use those reviews and use them on your website. but you can do it by integrating it onto your website so people can click on it and see it actually did come from Google. You know, it came from an independent person and not somebody you cherry picked to put on your website. Video. Now, video is something that is more and more important to people. They search for videos. I've talked before about my friend from law school. I went to law school at Georgetown, and he reads contracts all day. And when he wants to look for things, he searches on YouTube and constantly sends me videos on YouTube. People are looking on YouTube. People are digesting information in the video sense. And I realize many attorneys don't like video per se. They consume documents, they read documents, they write, they like that. But the reality is your consumer is more and more seeking videos that tell them the same information, but tell them in an entertaining and educational way. So if you don't have video, you should do that. And don't get so focused on how you look, you know, because believe me, that's the one thing a lot of attorneys that gets in the way of a lot of attorneys doing these videos is they don't want to look how they look. And so you have to just get over that. Now we can do videos that, you know, have a voiceover and have your firm, et cetera. But ultimately, people are going to want to find an attorney who they can communicate with, who they feel comfortable with. You know, they're going to be telling you information that they may not have told anybody else. And so they need to be able to see you in action, hear you, and realize that you're a real life person. And video does allow that tool. Video is a tool that allows that to happen. So you really want to do that. So in review, you need to have a professional website. Okay. You need to do some form of digital advertising. Now, if you're a law firm that doesn't do any advertising and did everything via networking, that has worked, obviously. But once COVID hit, it showed us and showed you probably that it's hard to network when you can't go out there and network. So you want to do that. You want to make sure your search engine optimization is constantly being done. You want online reviews, and you want to focus on online reviews, and you want to have video. So our special offer today is a complimentary website review with report. So we'll do that for you. You can email me. The email address is there. Call me. You can follow me on LinkedIn. We'll also do a free consultation with you as well. So you may find that useful. Unlike a lot of attorneys, we don't charge for that, you know, or do 15 minutes and then charge you, et cetera. That consultation is free and should give you some insight that you may not get from anywhere else. So have a good day.